pals, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over everything Q1 bookish. So everything from January 1st until today that I have read, that I was approved to read, that I was sent, and that I bought. So we're gonna go over all of it. If you want to get full reviews for all of these books that I did read, just go to sambartley.com, click on book reviews at the top, and it'll pull all of them up for you. I also have them broken down by different genres. So if you are looking for like romance, or you're looking for more contemporary, or you're looking for more thrillery, they're all up on there. I don't have like a massive variety of books because I do tend to read the same things. Romance, dark romance, romantasy, fantasy, some thrillers as long as there's like romance involved in it, and like general fiction. So those are like my categories, but I read a lot of other things too. And you'll notice some of the books that I was sent aren't things that I would have necessarily picked out, but I did pick them out. They were all on my TBR and I had no idea. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, so let's get into how many books I did read. So for January, I read 11. For February, I read 8. And then for March, I read 3. And technically, I'll probably have 2 or 3 more by the end of the month because today's the 29th and I have until the end of Monday to finish up my books. Yes, I am recording this about 2 hours before it goes live, and that's just how I make my content. But yeah, so let's get into January's books, and first we're gonna go over the books that I loved. I'm so excited about them. So let me grab my stack. These were all of the books that I bought. Technically, there's one more copy of Onyx Storm. So I bought the Amazon version and the Barnes & Noble version of Onyx Storm, and I got 2 copies of, hold on. It's in Target. I got Amazon, Target, and Barnes & Noble. Yeah, so 3 copies of these. My third copy is with my boss right now because I have her reading this whole series. So yeah, and then the next book that I got, this is The Courting of Bristol Keats. So I'm a part of a book subscription called Fairy Loot, and they send like custom, like beautiful, only for Fairy Loot copies of these books. And I just have to show you, like, they're so pretty. The one that I got for March is like my favorite, but like they're these beautiful books and they have this gorgeous like artwork inside of them and it's shiny. Like, I love them. I loved this book too. This was one of my like, okay, we're now invested in this series. We are going to pre-order the second book, and we're here for this. The full review of The Courting is up on my blog. It's also on my Goodreads and my Storygraph, along with everything else that I've read. But yeah, these were my favorite books. So The Courting of Bristol Keats and Onyx Storm, I would say, were my 2 favorites for the month for sure. Absolutely love both of them. Both fantasy romance, both really strong dialect and conversation and world building, but it's not so overwhelming that you're like, I need a notebook and a pen and 16 packs of sticky notes and at least 3 highlighters. Like, you can handle it. You can go through them, but they are wildly recommended by me. And then the other book that I bought for that month, I got Variation by Rebecca Yarros, who also wrote Onyx Storm, Fourth Wing, and Iron Flame. Read this one. This is a contemporary romance. Loved it. This book wrecked me. Like, I sobbed so hard through this book in the best way. Like, I'm not an emotional reader. I don't like to read books that make me cry. It's just not my vibe. But when they hit me, whoo, they get added to a list, and this one got added to that list. This one is up there for me with A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I love them both dearly. Little bit different version, like different things for each one, but they hit me in the heart the same way. And then let's go over, sorry, I'm keeping track on my Mac so I don't miss anything with you. These were the 2 books that I was sent this month. One's from Gallery Books and one's from Source Books. So Gallery Books sent me this new Halo book, which I think is incredible. Which is really funny. I used to be a community manager for the game studio Bungie, and Bungie created Halo. So it was really cool that I got to get an arc well, this was like a advanced copy, but it's a final copy. But Simon & Schuster / Gallery Books sent me this, and it's like one of my most treasured possessions now. I'm so excited. And then Source Books sent me out We Rip the World Apart. This one was on my TBR, which surprised me, so I'm really excited to read it. It's like a wrenching, deeply moving, hopeful story, and like, I don't know, that's just what it says. A novel is at times a raised fist, at others a much needed embrace. And so I want to read this one. It's on my list for hopefully April, but we'll see what happens. April we'll talk about in a little bit. So let's go for my digital ARCs. So these are the ARCs that I got approved. I will put them up here on the screen for you. These are the ones that I got in January. I got Any Trope But You, which is a book that I am currently reading, and it is out on April 1st. And They Were Roommates is the next one. For the Record, Roll for Romance, Well Actually, and then Time Loops and Meet Cutes. So these are all the ARCs that I was approved for in January, and all of the things that I got. If you have any questions about January, just leave those in the comments. If not, just go check the blog post, because there's probably answers for you there. But yeah, let's get into February. Okay, so for February, the books that I absolutely loved more than anything, if I could rate them higher than 5 stars, I would. Scythe and Sparrow, obviously. This book is so good. I love this series. Butcher and Blackbird's my favorite, and then Scythe and Sparrow, and then Leather and Lark. I said what I said. That's what I said. Scythe and Sparrow, Live for Me. Oh my gosh. Brittany Ann killed me with this one. Killed me. Live for Me, 10 out of 10, I swear. And then Nevermore, Miranda Lynn. Chef's kiss. Love, 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 love me a good fantasy romantasy. Like, my heart. I'm obsessed. Read Till Death, read Nevermore, read them all, and then keep going. Like, just read everything by Miranda Lynn and Brittany Ann, I swear. But those are my favorite books. Live for Me and Nevermore were the ones that wrecked me, so I'm just gonna like leave that where it is. February I got like a couple books. It was pretty cool. So I bought 2. I got Immortal in my Fairy Loot, which I think is beautiful. Another really gorgeous one. Still not my favorite, but you'll see that one shortly. Let's see how much I can wreck this book jacket. But like, hang on though. Like this, like tell me that's not rad. I almost want that as a tattoo. And then inside, look at those books. Anyway, so I got Immortal, and then I also got Rebel Witch. So I got to ARC read Heartless Hunter, and then I also got to ARC read Rebel Witch, and they were instant buys for me. Highly recommend them. Rachel is incredible, beautiful world building when you want something good in fantasy. I highly recommend them, and that's why I now have a shelf trophy. I'm probably gonna buy them in all the editions that I can find them in, because I love them so much. But those are the books that I bought in February, and when I say like I bought, like I'm a part of a subscription, so technically I buy it, but I don't count it because it's like book mail. In my head it doesn't count. In my bank account it does. And then these are the books that I was sent. So let's make sure they're all in order. So first off, from Source Books, I got The Undoing of Violet Claiborne. It's like a gothic fiction. I'm really excited about it. I haven't really read anything like this yet, but again, with We Rip the World Apart, it's in my list of like, start this one soon. I bet you're gonna love it. The next one this one I'm already reading. This is No Rest for the Wicked by Cressley Cole. It's a sizzling romance about a Valkyrie assassin and a vampire warlord, and like, come on, tell me that's not gonna be great. So that's on my list. I also, oh, I'm sorry, this one is from Gallery Books. The rest of these are from Gallery. I got The Paradise Problem, super cute romance, probably gonna read this in the summertime. I got Grace of the Empire State, which is like a family, like, she has to take her brother's spot back in like a really long time. I think it's like, when is this? In the 30s. She has to take her brother's spot as a like climber who's like building skyscrapers. So I'm kind of into, like, she has to, like, secretly take his spot, I guess. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but that's all I do know. And I'm really excited to check this one out. This is probably going to be another summer read. I'm really excited for this one. And then I think that's it. Those are all the books that I got in February. So yeah, let's go over and let me show you what we did in March, even though March was a mess. So let's get into March. Oh, wait, before we get into March, I did forget. We had ARCs. I got approved, like I said, for Rebel Witch. So Rebel Witch I got to read like 2 weeks before. I got approved for Woodworking. Woodworking is an incredible trans queer book. I absolutely highly recommend reading it. It's really, really cool. It's also up on my website if you want to read that review. And then I also got, what was the other one? Summer in the City, Alex Astor. I got to ARC read that too. That one came out in beginning of March, I believe it was. Also very good, very cute. Review for that's up on my website as well. And if you buy the physical copy of it, like the edges are cute, but then there's like a map on the inside. Oops, sorry, Elliott Bay. There's a map on the inside of it. It's really, really neat. So yeah, so that now is everything in February. So let's get on to March. Okay, so like I said, for March it was a little different. So the 3 books that I read are the 3 books that I loved. I got to read okay, so one of my most popular blog posts on my website is Candy Steiner's review for A Love Letter to Whiskey, which I don't know why, because I was a terrible book review writer back then, but it's got like thousands and thousands of page views. So I got really lucky and she let me ARC read her newest book. Oh my gosh. So we'll get into that one in a second. Physical books first. First, we read How Do They Them. If you have ever had a question about what it means to be non-binary, what it means to live in a world of gender fluidity, what it means to be trans, and you just have questions, maybe you're angry, maybe you don't understand, maybe it's just too much, read this book. Read this book. It is a visual guide. It has pictures. I've tagged the heck out of it. Let me find one of my favorite ones real quick. Oh, there's just so many good ones. Okay, like this page right here. This page is me. Like, it says, growing up in Kentucky, I was a tomboy, a weird little kid. I grew up in 2 different spots. I grew up in Northeast New York, and I grew up in Southwest Missouri. Both of those places would have not accepted me as a non-binary person if I had known that that's who I was back then, but they did accept me as a tomboy. Think bowl cut, which I totally had, buck teeth, definitely, skin knees all the time. Tomboy was this okay category for girls who like to do boy things and wear boy clothes. And like, that's where it all started for me. So I don't want to be a boy and I don't want to be a girl because I'm not either. I'm just Sam. And this book really hits home about how I'm not anything but that. I'm just Sam. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a freak. I'm not a terrible person. I'm not harassing people. I'm just Sam and I'm living my life. And this book, oh, it just hit me so hard. Everybody needs to read this. I've already had my boss read it. One of my coworkers who's a social worker, she's reading it. Like, read it. Read it. Okay, I'll stop ranting about that one. I also bought that at Elliott Bay Book Company here in Seattle. Very, very good. The next one I read, I also bought at Elliott Bay. This is Deep End. Okay, let's start this off with, I will read Allie Hazelwood's grocery lists. Love her. I call her Allie Slazelwood. I am not a college romance reader, really. Like, they're fine. I just feel a little weird being 34 years old reading about an 18-year-old. Like, not my vibe. These are older college students. They're like in undergrad. They're going to med school. They're like, it's a little bit more believable, I guess, is what I would say. Highly recommend. Loved it. And then the final one, like I said, was Save Your Breath by Candy Steiner. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She needs to stop with putting drugs in all of her books because I can't stop reading them. This was a hockey romance. Woo! Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So go grab Candy's new book. Go grab any of Candy's books. Go grab any of Allie's books. Go go grab books and read them. But yeah, those are the ones that wrecked me and the ones that I loved only because I've only read those 3. These are the ones that I bought. So like I said, I bought these 2. I bought Deep End. I bought How Do They Them. I bought Fable for the End of the World as well. Super excited about this one. That's going on my list. I bought First Time Caller. I didn't know anything about this one. I just saw the cover and then I saw that Sarah Adams said it was absolute magic lives inside these pages. So I was like, this is going to be my next. And then I got another trans book. It's called Am I Trans Enough? And it's a guide that, like, I've started reading this one too. It provides science and it provides information about internalized transphobia and like how to overcome your doubts and like find your authentic self. And I'm very strong in who I am as a person, but I love reading things like this because it helps me unlock other parts of my brain that may be able to provide more compassion and empathy for people in similar but different situations. So I'm devouring as much as I can right now because I might be working on something. So I did buy this one as well. I also bought Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my gosh, I'm reading this one right now. I've got it on my Kindle, but I'm switching over to physical just because it came in and I want to highlight. I'm gonna need 3 to 7 business days to process this book, I think, but I'm excited about it. Currently reading it. And then this is my favorite fairy loot I've gotten so far. Like, look at how beautiful she is. And then the sprayed edges, and they're like, I love when they do like the solid colors. I don't mind, like I love when they have them wrap all the way around too, but the solid colors on the edges for this one really sealed it. And then, like, come on. Who does this? Who makes these beautiful books and thinks they can just get away with it? Like, come on. Okay, anyway, so we got the Scorpion and the Night Blossom. That was the last one that I bought. Obviously, like I said, it was my fairy loot. And I'm gonna say, like, I don't have like an affiliate code or anything like that with Fairy Loot, but if you are able to sign up and like get past their wait list, I recommend everything so far. I haven't had a bad book, so yes. And then let's go into, oh, I got 3 books that were sent to me this month. These ones were all Gallery, but yeah, Gallery has been my bestie these past 3 months. I'm obsessed with everything they've sent me so far. So the first one I got is The Trouble with Anna. I'm so excited about this one. It's like a historical romance, but like, it says perfect for fans of Bridgerton, so I'm gonna go with it. I got Harriet Tubman live in concert. I've started this one too, and then I got 3 pages in and realized, holy shit, I'm gonna have to just binge this. So this is on my nightstand for tonight. Technically, I just stole it over there for this video. And then the last one that I'm also currently reading is Exquisite Ruin. I'm so excited. Adrienne May made this one. Look at this little sticker that came with it. Like, I don't know what this is, but I want it. I want it as a pet. It's cute as heck. But yeah, they sent me, it was cute. They sent me that little sticker. They sent me this little art piece. And like, see this one, but like it's a pattern and it flows. Like it doesn't break and it does it all the way. See, that's what I like. I love when they're like on Deep End. Deep End does the same thing. I'm also really into the fact that more books are doing sprayed edges because I love them. I love to collect them. So that is what I got for March. Oh, my March arcs. I only got 2 arcs because I'm trying to like not request as many right now. Because I'm trying to read through my physical books and my Kindle TBR. I just have a lot going on right now. But I did get Off Your Game, and then I got Heartstrings, and Heartstrings was written by Ivy Fairbanks, and she wrote Morbidly Yours. I loved that book, so I'm really excited and so thankful that I got approved for this one too. I'm probably gonna read it way before it's due just because I need to know what happens. But yeah, those are the arcs and everything that I got from January until now. We are doing things a little bit differently in April. I'm not reading based off of like a predetermined list. I'm reading based off of vibes. So if I pick up a book and it doesn't feel like the book that I want to read, I'm not going to force myself to read it. I have this nice little stack going. I've got a couple on my TBR that I'm looking at, on my Kindle. Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta add Sunrise because I'm not quite done with it. And then, yeah, I think April's gonna be a chill month, and I think I'm gonna get a lot more read because I'm not gonna be forcing myself to do it. So, yeah, that is everything. Let's see. Make sure I'm not... Oh, the other thing, I'm totally bowing out of our book club. I love the book club. It's incredible. It's great. However, the books aren't books that I would normally read because the books are things that I'm already invested in. So they're made for like learning more about diverse situations or reading from a diverse reader, and like some of these books are really heavy, and some of these books I live daily. So it was just a little too much for me. If you are like a cis white person that would like to be brought into more diverse and inclusive readings, highly recommend checking it out. But as a queer trans person, it felt very like, this is my everyday life. I don't really know why I'm reading it. So I should have done more research. This is not a hit on my book club at all. I love them. I love the runners of them. The people in it are great. I'm just not a cis white woman who needs to read about what happened. Never mind. It's just, it's a breath of fresh air to not be a part of a book club where I feel like I'm forced to read things, even though nobody in that book club forced me to read things. My brain did. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't make it sound like the book club was bad, because the book club's really good. Like, there should be more book clubs like it, but it's just not one for me. I need to find a queer book club. If you have any queer book club recommendations, let me know. But yeah, so those are all of my books and all of my things. I am gonna do an update on my book journal. We are still gonna be doing that. I love my book journal. I love having a physical like tracker of everything that I've read and everything that I've been given. But yeah, I hope you had fun. This was a lot of books. This was a lot for me. I didn't realize that there was this much this month or this quarter, but I'm really excited for quarter 2 and to see what we do then. We are ahead of our scheduled book goal. My book goal is to read 72 books this year, and I'm 5 ahead, so even with a slow month in March, we're doing good. But yeah, so if you want, go check out the blog post, sambartley.com. It's got all of the links and information in there. And then also, if you happen to be a crocheter or a fiber artist, I have a ton of crochet patterns, and I just released one yesterday. It's called Jenny's Shawl. This is up on my website as well. So if you want to go check it out, totally can. It's linked below, but you don't have to. And yeah, then next week we will have our March wrap up. So I will see you all then, and I hope you have a cozy week until then. Bye.